Grant, tell us what might be some of the elaborate packages Kyle may have drawn up for Lance tomorrow. What can we expect to see? I have no idea, but I freaking hope there's a whole lot of play action. I just want, please, Kyle. I mean, they've used him in so many shotgun spread formations. If that's how they wanted to play offense with him, you should have just drafted Justin Fields. That's what he did in college. I thought the whole thing with Lance is that he's like zone read plus. He's zone read plus like the Matthew. He's supposed to be able to do what Matthew Stafford does for the Rams. That play action down the field stuff. He did it in the preseason. Please, can we please see that, Kyle?
What Kyle likes to do, and what Kyle likes to do, what we all thought Trey Lance would bring an extra added element is that Kyle likes to run a play and then run plays off of that play and make them all look the same. So
yes.
Whether it's a stretch and then running things off the stretch, play action stretch, and now you can he adds elements, and so he's making it all look the same. So you have to pick, as a defense, you have to pick how you have to play this everything. So he's making you play everything or overcompensate in one area, and he's going to kill you in another area. So what Trey does is Trey adds the quarterback run game and the deep shots to all the things that Kyle does. So now he can run play, like if you run stretch zone, he can run play action off of that and take shots now. And he can run. Now with Trey Lance, he can run quarterback pulls. He can run boots, all that stuff off of that same play. And what we would like to see Sunday, at least I would like to see, is run your stuff and then run Lance off of that. Like use the quarterback run game off of that. Like use off the stuff that you're doing. And what the Niners have to do is they have to be successful in some of those areas in order for that to work. Like because if they're not able to run the ball, then the Cardinals can overcompensate and then to handle the deep shots and to handle the quarterback and not
real quick though. I mean, like, what I don't want them to do is to make him throw a bunch of short passes because he's not going to be as efficient doing that as Jimmy. What he can do, he wants to throw down the field. And if they haven't called throws that go more than 20 yards down the field this year, really.
Right.
If you complete 4 of 9 throws past 20 yards, that's great. 44% on throws past 20 yards. That's like 44% from 3 in the NBA. It's really good. And it seems like he's the kind of guy that can do that. So instead of asking him to complete 75% of his short throws, which he won't, ask him to complete 40. It's exactly what the Panthers did with Cam Newton early in his career. Let's go down the field because you have a very strong arm and you're not particularly accurate anywhere, but you can make these throws.
Kirk Cousins got the Cardinals on a deep pass with like the guy was wide open on like the second play.
Yep.
So they're not invulnerable.
Corners freaking suck in Arizona. Go for it. Take shots. Because Jimmy would never exploit a team with weak corners. It's just he'll exploit a team with weak safeties, weak linebackers, but not weak corners. Trey can do it, theoretically.
They're probably going to give it. They'll probably give it to Lance too because they're not going to respect it until he does it. So
they're going to expect the Niners to have no confidence in him and come out, running the ball over and over and over.
They're probably going to play him real honest. Honestly, they're going to play him really honest, and they're not going to hug. I don't think they'll hug the line of scrimmage like they do Jimmy, but they're going to hug it because they're going to try to take away the run, and then they'll probably going to pressure Lance because that's what you do with the young quarterbacks. You pressure them until they show you can handle it. So expect to see a lot of zero coverage. A lot of
that would be such a mistake. That would be such a mistake. I'm a defensive coordinator in training, but the way and you got a lot more experience than me. But just from a theoretical standpoint, you could try blitzing him. But that makes it defines the read so quickly, and it allows him to get the ball out of his hands so quickly in the pocket if he does it right. What I would want him to do is to hold the ball in the pocket and go through your progressions. Like, I have a good 4-man pass rush. I want 7 in coverage, and show me that you can find the right guy. Because I don't think you can, Trey, if that is your real name. I don't think you can. It's your first start. You're a little rusty. You're a little young. play quarterback. I'm not gonna rush you. I'm not going to speed up. I'm not gonna let you find your hot routes. I'm not letting you dump it off. Go through your progressions. Now, of course, you mix it up, but that's what I would do.
They might start with that, but if they're not getting home, I would think that they're going to.
They got Chandler Jones and J.J. Watt. You don't think they're going to get home? Mike McGlinchey
and the Niners offense
having a great year. Mike having such a good year. I don't know, man. We'll see. I mean, no, you're right, because usually they say you blitz a young guy, bring pressure. That's the first thing you do, right? Make him prove that he can beat that. But if he does prove that he can beat that, make him prove that he can just play quarterback in the pocket. Because it seems to me that he scrambles a lot.
He does. If you want, but if I recall in that game last week, like he didn't exit the pocket until he was like he stayed in the pocket for a pretty long time. Like
you see him go 1, 2, 3.
He's not like, oh, it's not there, let me bail out of here. Like he's trying. He's beating the defense and making a three. Like he's all the time, but he'll sit in that pocket.
That's true. That's true. That's true. I'm curious to see what Vance Joseph does. He's a very clever defensive coordinator. He's a good coach. So I'm curious to see what he thinks is the right thing to do against this type of a rookie quarterback making his first start. Must be kind of scary to make this game plan, right? It's like, I think I'm doing the right thing, but I've never done it.
You really don't know, and that's one of the advantages that's really one of the advantages the Niners have is, and Kyle has is that they don't really know. They know from his college film and from preseason that they have an idea of what his strengths and weaknesses are, but they don't really know. I mean, the game, they're gonna have to like feel the waters and see how it go and see how things go. You know, like they know what to do versus Jimmy Garoppolo, but they only have an idea of what to do versus Trey Lance.